Good evening, this is Liz Busquets, and today is February 10th, 2022. Tonight we're having the meeting of the ASCA Board of Directors. If this is the first time you tune in, we go down the line in our agenda and we discuss each item. If there is a motion, we vote on it, and we allow each director to comment or ask questions. So without further ado, the first item is last month's email business.
This is Gina. I move to approve last month's email business.
I'll second. This is Jean.
Okay, motion on the floor by Gina, seconded by Jean to approve last month's email business. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. All right, so our second item, we go to Gina for the system liaison report.
Okay, well, let's see, right now, the JIRA tickets for title calculations and printing the certificates and everything are in the ASCA's hands. We're testing them. The business office is testing them, and we have volunteer testers. The process not only includes calculation for each title earned, their progressions in the hierarchy of titles, but also the business rules associated with each calculation. I can give you an example, like confirmation titles. We need to review and make sure all the requirements are met, such as multiple judges, correct point schedule was applied, and even if the point schedule itself was correctly calculated. Testers also need to check that the rules for class dog, winning best of breed, best opposite, or best of winners are applied properly, and points earned reflect this. Confirmation is a really simple an example of a really simple program to review. The extremely complex programs like Agility and Rally, not only took an incredible amount of time to document and develop, but they also take an incredible amount of time to test. You have to go in and test every little thing, every calculation, right down to the very basics. So that, once it's tested and once all the bugs are fixed, which so far have been very few, we will be able to print title certificates. In addition, Martin was able to install the ADMS system on the desktop on the Azure cloud. Right now, it's pointing to the staging environment and it's ready for testing. This is going to be extremely valuable. If ADMS fails on the desktops, the business office will be able to access it on the cloud. It'll also allow access or ASCA personnel to access ADMS from the off-prem locations. A little note there, our goal is to get rid of ADMS, but until that whole thing is done, we now have a backup on the cloud. So Inventive is currently working on other admin functionalities, and as soon as they are completed, they'll be tested by ASCA, and then we'll be able to cut those functions over to the business office. One thing that we are working on, and it should be implemented soon, that I'm sure the membership will like, is that we're adding PayPal as a method for our online transactions. We're setting up the accounts right now and working with our third-party vendor, Authorize.net. So that's all I have. Any questions?
Any questions for Gina?
Sounds good, Gina. Thank you for all the update.
Sure.
And thank you for all the hard work.
Yes, all the time and work that you and Martin and everybody else has put onto this. And one thing that the membership needs to understand about this is that during all this testing period and stuff, the office will be very busy and may not be able, as I've said repeatedly in the last month and a half, may not be able to do things as quickly as they usually do. Okay, so the membership needs to be aware of that. So thank you, Gina.
Yeah, you bet. And to the membership, if you see any of the system upgrade team, thank them, because I'll tell you, like today, I spent from 7 a.m. to probably about 10:30, 11 just in meetings, and then probably until about 2 o'clock working on the system upgrade. And then after that, of course, getting ready for this meeting. But that's pretty much a daily routine for Martin, Maureen, myself, Cal, Ray, a lot of the team. It's very labor intensive. So patience is a virtue, and give them a pat on the back. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. That's all.
Thank you, Gina. All right, so our next item is the 2023 Nationals and Finals judges. Rick? Rick?
Uh-oh, did we lose Rick?
I got you. I got you. Sorry. I had you on mute. Let me get back to where I was at. Okay. In the Dropbox, Calla has all the judging rules for finals and nationals. And then along with that, there's a sheet where she has all of the judges that we're ready to approve tonight. So I guess I'll just do a individual for each one. I don't know if that's how y'all want to handle this in case there's an issue. Is that okay?
That's how it has been done before, right? So
okay. We can start with agility, and we're not quite ready for that. Letters were sent out late, and the Nationals Committee will not have the draw until after February 18th. So I would imagine we'll have those judges in March. I'm going to skip confirmation in case there's some comments about that. We'll go to junior handling finals. I would like to move to approve Bailey Williams as the junior handler finals judge for 2023.
I agree. Okay, so there's a motion on the floor by Rick to approve the junior handlers judge for 2023. Any further discussion?
And that is for finals, not national.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, for finals. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, then we'll skip down to obedience finals. I make a motion to approve Charlotte Meisner and Sandra Walrath as the obedience finals judges for 2023.
Okay, so the Rick has put on there's a motion on the floor by Rick to approve obedience judges Charlotte Meisner and Sandra Waldorf for 2023. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, I'll move on to obedience nationals. We have Bonnie Lee and Janet Kelly. So I make a motion to approve Bonnie Lee and Janet Kelly for the 2023 obedience nationals judges.
Okay, motion on the floor by Rick to approve the Obedience Nationals judges for 2023, Bonnie Lee and Janet Kelly. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
And now we'll go to rally finals. I have Heinz Gunter Giesel, and I apologize if I've got the pronunciation of that incorrect, and Joan Skinner. So I would like to make a motion to approve Heinz Gunter Giesel and Joan Skinner as the 2023 rally finals judges.
All right, motion on the floor by Rick to approve the rally finals judges for 2023. Heinz Gunther and John Skinner. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, next is Rally Nationals. I have Barbara Ann. Is that? Yep. Excuse me.
Green.
Art. How do you pronounce it? Arnie?
I think it's R9.
R9. Okay. I apologize. I have Barbara R9 and Corrine Shanks. So I would like to make a motion to approve Barbara R9 and Corrine Shanks as the 2023 Rally National judges.
All right, motion on the floor by Rick to approve the Nationals 2023 Nationals Rally judges. Barbara Arnang and Corinne Shank. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, the next two, we have the Conformation finals and we have Stock Dog finals. We've had some discussion regarding both of these areas, and I would just, before we make a motion, would like to go around and see if there's a reason that we need to postpone this, or do we want to go ahead and approve these tonight?
All right, so let's go around and see what we have. Ann?
I think, as has been done in the past, that we have this, we can get this approved now, and any additions or changes would involve another motion later as a result of anything subsequent to now. So I think we should approve what is before us at the moment. Thanks.
Liz, did we lose you?
Sorry, I was muted. Carol?
I'm okay with approving it, as Ann said, if that's something that we could do. Either way, we're going to have to revisit it, especially it looks like in Conformation. I'm not so concerned about dock diving as I am about that. So I guess I would do whatever the rest of the board would like to do. I don't have an opinion either way. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Denise?
I'm fine with voting on it tonight. We can, as Ann said, we can always make a change, addition or change at a little later date. Thank you.
All right, Gina?
I actually haven't had a chance to look at the issues, so I don't really have an opinion right now. I was hoping to get to some of my email today, but I didn't quite make it, so I don't have an opinion right now.
All right, thank you. Jen?
I believe we can move forward. I would just like to know what area of the country the confirmation judges are from, since it's supposed to be different areas. Thank you.
All right. Jean?
I'm good with voting on them tonight. Thanks.
All right. Susan?
Oh, sorry. I think we can vote on them tonight. I would comfortably vote on them.
Okay, so thank you. So would I. So Rick, go ahead.
Okay, just a little piece of information, and I believe I kind of forwarded this to everybody regarding the confirmation finals. These judges are eligible to judge for 2023. I believe it's the wording and how it's interpreted in the rules. I think it would be a good idea for Susan to get with the confirmation committee and let them clarify that a little bit better, so we're not in this situation again. But the confirmation chair and the office interpreted the rules the same and have come to the conclusion that all three of these judges are eligible to judge confirmation finals for 2023. So, Jan, to answer your question, I'm not 100%. Melissa Bordy, I know, is from the Midwest. Julie Humiston, I believe, is West. And Peter Hellmeister, I don't know if he's back in Germany.
He's in
Okay,
Germany
so that,
right now. Yep.
That would
He's
be
in Germany.
Region 7.
Yeah.
So,
Julie's in Arizona.
okay, so that's West. So, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion to approve Melissa Borday, Peter Hellmeister, and Julie Humiston as your 2023 confirmation finals judges.
All right. There's a motion on the floor by Rick to approve the confirmation judges for finals 2023. Melissa Bordy, Julie Humiston, Peter Harrelsmeister. So, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
Was that one opposed? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, and the last one I have for this evening is Stock Dog Finals. I have John Nepper, Martin Walter, and Gail Winnick for our three-judge panel for the 2023 Stock Dog Finals. So I would like to make a motion to approve John Nipper, Martin Walter, and Gail Winnick as our 2023 Stock Dog Finals judges.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor by Rick to approve the 2023 Stock Dog Finals judges. John Nipper, Martin Walters, and Gail Winnick. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Okay. Was that it? That was it, right, Rick?
That's it. Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So our next item is the a change in the 2022 confirmation finals judging panel since unfortunately Linda Harding had to resign. So Gina, I assume it's you.
Yes, it's me. Yes, Linda unfortunately had to resign, and so the committee would like to replace her with Melinda Vinson, Vinson. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yep.
So, does anybody have any questions or anything, or otherwise I'll make a motion? Okay, I move to approve Melinda Vincent for the 2022 as one of the 2022 national or finals confirmation judges.
Okay, motion on the floor by Gina to approve Melinda Vincent as a member of the confirmation finals panel for 2022. Any further discussion? All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Rick abstains.
All right, motion carries. All right. Our next item will be changes to the affiliate bylaws, and that will be Gina, Jean, and Jan, right? That's presented by the Affiliate Bylaws Review Committee. Yep. Take it, ladies.
Dan, you go.
Anybody- Me go. Well, we reviewed and went back and forth with the affiliates and confirmed that the affiliates voted on it and they meet our guidelines, and I don't think I have anything to add to that. They did a good job of communicating with us. Thanks.
I think there was already a motion made for that, right, Calla?
Yep, there's two motions on the floor, one to approve the changes for Southern Colorado and one to approve the changes for ASC of New England.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, if you can read them one by one to us, and I'll just go through the voting situation.
So the first motion is just to accept the proposed bylaws changes for the Southern Colorado ASC. The attached changes are in the Google Drive. And that's a motion by Wiesen and a second by Larson.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. All right. The second one, Calla?
So the next one is a motion by Larson to accept the proposed bylaw changes for the ASC of New England, second by Wiesen, and the changes are in the Google Drive.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Gina, Jean, and Jan. Boy, that was hard to pronounce all those.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. All right. All right. So our last item of the evening is the situation with the crisis judge program. We have been discussing whether to terminate the program or not. We have come with some thoughts on it. So I'm just gonna go around and let you guys express how you feel about it. So, Anne?
I did read through the comments that Jean had received from the different clubs, and my general impression was that Europe is all good. Everyone's moving around Europe and things seem to be fine, but that there's still an issue in Canada. So that's, I don't know if we can separate it and make some decision where it's okay for Europe, but Canada's still bad. So that's just something that I noticed from the responses that we've received, and I know people, and I think that's still kind of the situation there. So, but Europe seems to be doing fine, fingers crossed. Thanks so much.
All right, Carol?
yeah, I agree. I read a lot of the comments and I agree. It seems like Europe seems to be opening up, and I'm wondering if we could just vote. Canada still seems to be pretty tight. I was wondering if we could just vote to continue with Canada having the crisis judges and possibly, going back to quote unquote normal days in Europe. That would be my opinion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Carol. Denise?
I agree with both of those ladies. All of the comments that we received from European areas were pretty uniform in the fact that they're ready to get rid of it and have some actual breeder judges come. And so and also the comment from Canada would really support us leaving it intact in Canada. So that would be my suggestion also, is to go ahead and stop the crisis judges in Europe, but leave the situation open in Canada until that country is able to have a little bit more, have an open border. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Gina?
Yeah, I agree. I have nothing further to add.
All right. Jan?
I believe that the crisis in Europe is not totally done because Italy closes and opens pretty frequently, and I know I'm supposed to judge there, so I am going in there. However, the letters I read appeared to be more for confirmation. And I would feel much more comfortable if we made it a little more specific that it was only the confirmation judges, or making sure that we could still use emergency judges if Europe gets in trouble. I'm hoping that we're opening up. I know Canada is sort of talking about it, but it's still difficult for them to get tested. I'm right on the border, so I know how much it costs for them to come and go. I just had people at the tracking test. They paid a lot of money to come over and to come back in a timely fashion and do their testing. So Canada most definitely is probably not ready to drop it, but I'm even questioning all the other performance vids. So that's my view. Thank you.
Thank you. Jean?
Yeah, I'm in line with what pretty much everybody else has said. I think Canada still needs the ability to use crisis judges. I also agree that I think the problem area was the confirmation judges. So, I mean, I'd be fine with eliminating crisis judges for Europe, period, or I would be even more fine if we could just say it's done in the confirmation area, but I don't know that that's possible. But anyhow, so it sounds like the majority would like to leave it for Canada and eliminate it for Europe, and I could support that. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you, Jean. Rick?
Yeah, I have a question for Jan. Is the Canadian border closed for Americans?
It is closed for non-vaccinated as of a week ago. It definitely has been changing. So I don't know what today's rules are.
Okay.
And that's the problem. The prime minister makes a decision. I mean, literally, we did a trial one day and the border was closed the next day. And
Okay.
they
Thank you.
just had to be tested and they had to be vaccinated.
Okay.
But they closed it for non-essential, and then it opened, and then I heard that they might open, but I don't know what the rules are today.
Okay.
With
that being said, okay, thank you. With that being said, I think I could agree with everybody. Let's hold off on Canada. Maybe we could readdress it at the spring board meeting and see kind of where we're at that time. But I am for opening it up in Europe. I don't really feel like that we need to say just confirmation or just stock dog or whatever. Let's open it up in Europe and let's keep it closed in Canada for right now. Thank you.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, Susan?
I totally agree
Yeah.
with what Rick said. I think that was my thought. If we just cease in Europe right now, continue in Canada, and let us revisit it in 8 weeks when we're all together, and hopefully we'll have some.
Did we lose her?
Are you still there, Susan?
I thought
He's
it was
back
me.
on mute.
Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, I know, because I finished talking. Didn't
Okay.
I finished talking? I said thank you, and I muted.
Okay. We didn't hear the
Sorry.
thank you. All right. Okay. So I agree. I think we can hold off on Canada and revisit it in April, and then open it up for Europe. I think it's easier to just open it up. If something happens, we can always reinstate it. And also, if something happens, they can, emergency judges have always been an option. If something happens that at the last minute, a breeder judge or a rally judge, whatever, can't get out of the United States to go to Europe. So I think we're ready to open it up in Europe. That's how I feel. So anyway, if somebody wants to bring forward a motion.
I can do that. This is Jean. I move that we bring an end to the crisis judge, or the crisis, I don't know, the crisis judge situation in Europe.
Program.
I don't know, Calla, maybe you can word that better.
But retain Canada, yeah.
Rick
We
will
don't
second.
have to. Yeah, I don't think we have to mention that we're going to retain it in Canada.
Right.
It'll just go because we haven't stopped it.
Right.
Okay.
And you're only mentioning Europe to stop it. So, okay. So who seconded?
What
Jean?
what would be the effective date on this?
That's a good question, because I'm sure that there are some.
Immediately.
Sanctions pending.
Well, hold on. There are some events already sanctioned with crisis judges. So I will say that we should well.
What if you do
Can we
effective
just
for
say
any shows sanctioned after today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Any shows received for sanctioning after? I mean, they could be in the mail right now, right?
If you say
True.
30 days, that gives it 30 days to get there because it's
How about March 1st?
Or maybe, how about just till the end of the month? Or a week for all the mail to get in. I don't know.
March 1st is good.
yeah, March 1st.
It might
Okay.
take longer than a week for something to get from Europe.
Yeah. And
Well, I mean, but we're going to put a notice out right now. So
yes,
you know,
they should know that now everything that they send has to have no crisis judges.
right.
So
Post-dated before, postmarked before March 1st.
Yeah. Or received. Which one? I guess postmarked. Postmarked.
No, because that's going to elongate it.
received. I think received.
Yeah. Yeah. Received by March 1st.
No, received by February 20th in the business office.
Received what? I cut out.
I said received by February 28th.
Oh, sure.
But it's just one day.
Okay. Can you read that, Calla, back to us?
Well, I'm gonna have to work on it a little bit here, but it's to
Yeah,
end
go
a
ahead.
crisis to judge situation in Europe effective for shows received for sanctioning after March 1. Like I said, I didn't really write it down as clear. I'm gonna listen to the recording.
Do
Okay.
we have to
Well,
say
the intent
shows and trials?
What, Gina?
Do we have to say shows and trials, just to be clear?
How about we just say event?
Events, that works.
All right, so the motion on the floor by Jean, who seconded?
Dina?
Rick, I think.
Rick?
Oh, okay.
So seconded by Rick to cancel the crisis and the use of crisis judges in Europe for all events postmark received by the office by February 28th, was it? After
That's good.
February 28th, yes. I think that was it, right? Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Okay, so we should be, we should be posting this tomorrow, so that everybody knows. And then Canada stays as is. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the membership if they're listening. And we'll talk next month. Thank you all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a good Valentine's Day.